Hello again. Something which a number of people have observed about this channel is that I say things which many people think but are reluctant to say out loud in public. That's not to say, of course, that I am right. That's another matter entirely. But it is curious that many people agree with me and yet also say that they do not often come across people expressing such views openly. This is because an orthodox or standard narrative has been constructed, to which we are all of us supposed to pay lip service, and those who fail to do so risk becoming pariahs or social outcasts. For instance, climate change and its evil effects are to be accepted without question, and even attempting to discuss that subject critically can lead to trouble. In the same way, immigration is to be viewed in a generally positive light, and nobody must ever suggest that marriage between one man and one woman who remain faithful to each other and raise their children together makes for much better families than two homosexual men raising a child, or blended families, single parents, and so on. Now, the fact is, many people are dubious about global warming. They do have serious reservations about immigration and believe that traditional families are better for children. But by and large, such views do not appear in the mainstream. Why is that? It is easy enough to see how newspapers and television channels like the BBC are able to maintain a single narrative simply by not publishing certain views. Newspapers choose which letters to publish and who to commission to write articles, for example. And the BBC choose who they get in the audience for question time, that sort of thing. But what about the internet? Surely people can post comments there which are not subject to the same restrictions. It's like the Wild West, isn't it, with people saying pretty much what they please. In fact, there is just as much manipulation and shaping of views on the internet as in the mainstream media. People posting comments on this channel must have noticed this, that certain opinions are prone to vanishing if they run counter to particular accepted orthodoxies. I do not moderate the comments here, delete any at all, but YouTube are very busy in that department, especially lately. So although I allow anybody to say anything at all here, the comments on my videos often reflect a certain line, one chosen by YouTube. Elsewhere on the internet, of course, things are even more tightly controlled. It will perhaps surprise few people to learn that I am permanently banned from commenting online on articles published in the Guardian newspaper. This is not because I have posted controversial views about politics or race, though. A few years ago, I commented on a piece about climate change in which almost all the other comments were hysterically fearful and doom-laden. I posted an amusing comment quoting from this book, which was published in 1975. It's a Reader's Digest book called Strange Stories and Amazing Facts. Now, on page 69, have patience, I'll show you. Yeah, here we are. I wonder if the viewers can see that. It says, "Will the Ice Age return?" And it's a list of quite a lot of amusing, well, I say amusing, for example, that the overall temperature of the Earth is dropping and all the signs are that an ice age is coming, and various schemes are outlined for geoengineering to warm the planet so it will stave off the ice age. I thought that was interesting when discussion turns to climate change. The comment I made vanished. I tried to post an amended version, making it a little less humorous and more serious. But I had blotted my copybook in no uncertain way as far as the Guardian were concerned. This time my comment could not be posted at all, and a message came up saying that I had violated their community guidelines. Since then, I've been unable ever to post a comment on the Guardian articles. That's one way that a common narrative is maintained and contrary views suppressed. I rather suspect that many viewers will have had experience of this kind of thing. The result is, of course, that people come to channels like this one to say stuff which is censored elsewhere. This enables the mainstream media to claim that the sort of views expressed here and in similar places are far right or on the fringe. This is a marvellous piece of cheat. It is because they refuse to entertain the expression of views running counter to the received wisdom that people turn to fringe sites such as mine. This grip on the narrative is getting stronger week by week, and eventually I suspect channels like this will simply be closed down.